preparing to teach preschool. Whether you are a brand new teacher or a veteran teacher, it's never too early or too late to start preparing for the upcoming school year. I will share everything you need to know to effectively prepare to teach preschool. When the new school year starts, you do not want to wake up each school day feeling frazzled. Then you get to school, especially on the first day, and you feel crazy and unprepared, and your students are also out of control. Boom! You need to be prepared and calm so that you can start out the year positively. One of the most important teacher tools is your classroom planner. In your planner, you will keep weekly lesson plans, yearly themes, student birthdays, just about whatever is important to you. You might use a digital online planner if you're computer savvy. A binder where you can add and delete pages, or a commercial store-bought planner, which is my favorite. I use the one from Lakeshore Teacher Supplies, and it has always worked out just fine for me. Next is curriculum. You need to start thinking about exactly what you will teach. What are your strengths and what are your weaknesses? You may have a specific district curriculum that you need to follow or create and add some of your own ideas. But social and emotional development is a huge component in a preschool program. Self-regulation, relationships, conflict negotiation all come into play here. Then there's language and literacy. The letter names, the letter sounds, phonemic awareness, read alouds, emergent writing, and the like. Also math, lots of number sense activities, and much more. And don't forget science and social studies. All of these content areas are like the meat and potatoes of a preschool curriculum, but there's more. These are the fun activities. There's health, music and movement, and oh, you will be singing a lot in preschool. But don't worry if you can't sing. Your students will still love you. You will teach visual and performing arts and gross and fine motor skills, which can be done inside and outside of the classroom. But don't forget about centers or workstations. There's literacy, which is usually the ABC center. Building, which is usually the wooden blocks, but foam blocks are great as well to start. I have both. You definitely need a library, but depending upon the size of your room, you will decide how that might work best for you. There's technology. If you are so fortunate to utilize iPads or tablets or computers, decide where that area will be set up. The dramatic play area is the favorite area in my classroom. It's the biggest area with the kitchen, dress-up clothes, child-sized couch, small table with chairs, and lots of other thematic props which are interchanged throughout the year. Decide where it will be located. It should not be located near quiet areas. The dramatic play area will be a very noisy area. You should have a math center with lots of manipulatives for counting, sorting, creating patterns, and the like. Lots of teachers have a science and discovery area, which relates to a current science topic, or it might be a free exploration area. Then there's an art area, but you have to be careful with what you put out in this area, especially scissors. Usually, this area requires a lot of adult supervision. Lastly, there may be a music center. I never had this center in the classroom because of the noise. However, preschoolers absolutely love instruments, but it would be great to have a music center during outdoor activity time. Now let's discuss your home away from home, the classroom environment. Classroom layout. Think about where your teacher desk will be if you decide to have one. Where the whole group teaching area will be, usually on a big rug in front of the classroom. Where will small group teaching areas be? Will there be enough space to walk between areas? And will there be clearly defined spaces? Bulletin boards. Think about the backing and the paper and the border that you want to use for the boards. How many will you have? How often will you change them? I have 4 bulletin boards in my classroom. One by my desk that has teacher info and a visual daily schedule. Another has the calendar and reference charts for students, like colors, shapes, numbers, and letters. It's sort of like a focus board. The third board displays artwork. That's my biggest board. And the fourth board displays student emergent writing skills. Of course, I put up other things around the room throughout the year, on the walls, the cabinet doors, wherever there is space. Now, think about your center locations. Think about where exactly they will be located. How many will you have available out at a time? Cluster quieter ones near each other, but make sure they are spread out. The teacher's desk. Decide what you will keep on your desk. Sticky preschool fingers love interesting things, so try to keep your desk clear and only display the necessities. Teacher storage areas. Decide how you will store everything and where. I keep my teacher necessities in baskets and storage bins in the closets of my classroom. Some teachers just jam everything in their closets in no organized fashion. But I think I'm a little OCD when it comes to organization, because fellow teachers always say I'm too organized. But you have to do what works best for you. Then there's student storage areas. Think about where students will store backpacks, lunch bags, jackets. My students keep everything outside on hooks, but hot weather or rainy weather causes those items to be stored in the room. Be on the lookout like a detective to buy essential supplies now, especially in the summer months. Clorox wipes, antibacterial soap, baby wipes, and hand sanitizer, gloves, and masks are highly important. Mr. Clean magic erasers are excellent to wipe off glue from tables. Paper towels come in handy for spills. Tissue and Kleenex will be needed all year long. Lysol to disinfect and disinfect and disinfect everything. But there's even more supplies. Stock up on these items as they are readily available in the summer. Plastic pencil boxes for individual students or to keep small manipulatives or whatever. Get a variety of colors. Pencils, crayons, markers, Sharpies, glue sticks or glue bottles, and safety blunt tip scissors. Copy paper. I get lots of white 8.5 by 11 white copy paper, but the students love colored copy paper. Lastly, file folders and pocket folders. I use the file folders to store student work and the pocket folders to send things home to the parents during back to school night and parent conferences. For the pocket folders, you can buy multi-packs of 6, 8, 10, and sometimes 20, especially in the summer months. Oh my, yes, there are even more supplies, so be on the lookout for large and small Ziploc bags. You will be surprised how often these come in handy. Plastic clear storage bins with lids. These storage bins are great. You can see what's inside and they come in a variety of sizes. Book bins or baskets. These are great for storing classroom library books and manipulatives. Try to get some with and without lids and in lots of different colors to add life to your classroom. But don't forget about yourself. You are the queen and the king of your classroom castle. Take time to buy yourself some school clothes. Students get new school clothes, and so should you. Target is a relatively inexpensive, trendy store. So is Old Navy and Gap. Ross is great for fashionable and inexpensive shoes. But I personally love Macy's. Or stick with your favorite stores. But when you look good, you will feel good. Thank you for joining me today. Please subscribe to my channel for fabulous future videos. Continue to add pizzazz to your preschool program.